AITA for moving in with my grandparents. My 16 male parents got divorced last year. It was hard enough, but they both found new partners within 6 months with kids of their own. I have 50-50 schedule and it absolutely sucks. I feel like I don't fit in either house. My step-siblings are awful on both sides. They are entitled brats who use the excuse of it's my house to get whatever they want and neither of my parents care. I feel like an afterthought to both of them because they have new families. It sucks. I'm tired of packing my shit every damn week. I was talking to my grandparents on my phone and they offered to let me live with them. They live in the same city as I do. This was 2 weeks ago and I moved in. Both my parents were pissed but they haven't done anything. All my extended family is saying I'm awful for leaving but I'm much happier. I'm starting to feel bad though, so I'm posting here. Sorry if this seems like a rant. NTA, I'm sorry your parents are so selfishly concerned with their own happiness instead of caring about yours. Moving in with your grandparents is the best decision you could have made for yourself. I know it doesn't mean anything from an internet stranger, but I'm proud of you for putting yourself and your happiness first so you can focus on having a happy life. NTA, I feel like an afterthought to both of them. If that's not a reason to not live with them, I don't know what is. NTA, you deserve to feel welcome in the place you call home. Neither parent has seemingly made an effort to ensure you feel you have a place in their home, so you found respite with your grandparents. You deserve stability and familiarity. You deserve to feel at ease. NTA, you need adults in your life who are willing to prioritize you. I'm only sorry that your parents couldn't be those adults. Glad you have your grandparents though. To add on to this, the extended family is angry at you because your appropriate actions are exposing that your parents weren't taking care of you. People get angry when they get caught doing a bad thing. That doesn't mean what you did is wrong. You deserve a stable environment with adults that care about you. NTA. AITA for telling my mill that it's not our money. Throw away. I 33, F, and my husband, Bill, 34M, eloped the day after our college graduation. We had only been dating for about a year and a half then and I had only spoken to his family over the phone. We were young and dumb, but this isn't a decision I regret. 2 weeks after, we went to his hometown to break the news to his family. I learned that Bill's family is very wealthy. I presumed he was upper middle class, but what I found was a family within the 10%. His family was welcoming at first, but things expectedly took a turn when they found out we had eloped. My mill has some choice words about me being a gold digger and why I should have signed a prenup before. She tried to get me to sign a postnup, and when I refused, she became belligerent and told me to leave their house. Bill supported me through all of this and left with me. Told Bill that we couldn't continue to be together if he had plans to accept any kind of financial support from his family. He agreed with me and said they most likely are going to cut him off anyways. That was roughly 11 years ago. We are now both established in our careers and have a 6-year-old daughter. When our daughter was around 3 years old, Bill's family started making an effort to include us as part of their family. I didn't want to deprive my child of an extended family presence since both my parents died when I was young. I tried to be welcoming of them, but I kept my guard up. My mill, however, has this belief that I'm still a gold digger and rely solely on my husband. He makes comments about everything from the clothes I wear to the food I eat. They had a potluck Christmas dinner and I decided to drop off fried red fish to my mill. She tried it and made a comment that it was good but unhealthy because it was deep fried. I corrected her that it was air fried and that I own an air fryer. She went on a rant about how air fryers are expensive and that Bill need to save up his money for our child because of my ridiculous rule to not accept financial help from them. Told her that I make my own money and I use my money to buy what I want, and since it's not her money she need to get off her high horse. She said it's her son's money so she get a say. I pointed out to her that I make more than her son, and even if it was his, it's still not her money, so she doesn't get to dictate it. I haven't spoken to her since Christmas and my daughter keep asking about her. My husband want me to apologize to keep the peace, but I feel like I've had enough of this woman. Edit. Thank you for the comments and awards. I went to sleep after posting this and I've been trying to read everything all day. To answer a few questions, I do not know their exact net worth, but if I was to estimate, it will be more than 50 million US dollars, so maybe not 10%, but I'm not an economist lol. My husband's great-grandfather started their real estate company and it's been in their family since. Mill came from a wealthy family as well, and the wife of my Bill had to sign a prenup. As far as the air fryer goes, I won't be surprised if she didn't know the price. Mine was like $60. They have a live-in chef. Regardless, she has tendency to complain about everything I do, and this is not the first time she has made comments like this. I spoke to Bill this morning and told him that I'd like to go no contact with his mom for the foreseeable future. Our daughter can have a relationship with her, but he has to coordinate it. I also plan on talking to my daughter about what's going on between her grandmother and I. Not the full details, but something along the lines of us needing a timeout from one another as suggested by one of the comments. Thank you all so much. NTA, if your husband feels like forcing someone to apologize, he needs to be calling his mother and forcing her to apologize to you. Your husband doesn't seem to understand that an insult to you is an insult to the dignity of his personal nuclear family. This is a very common problem where couples don't realize that they and their children together form a separate entity which has a status of its own in society and must be protected like personal reputation. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Your Mill is a perfect example of how money doesn't buy class. Criticizing someone's potluck dish, get outta here. NTA, Mill is nothing but trouble. She has no business commenting on your finances at all. Hubby should be backing you up here. Yes, they do not receive financial support from Mill, yet she has the right to comment how they are spending their money or op money. Why her husband is asking op to apologize. Edit last phrase. NTA, your Mill needs to mind her own business. Also, air fryers aren't some sort of impossibly expensive luxury item. She's being weird. It's one banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10. AITA for overacting over cake. I, 23F, am living with my boyfriend, 27M. I've definitely gained the COVID-15, so for 2021, I decided to go on a little health journey to lose those couple extra pounds. My birthday came around the corner and one of my friends made me this lovely lunchbox cake. If you don't know what Korean lunchbox cakes are, search it up. It's adorable. It was a tiny Earl Grey cake, about 4 inches in diameter, with little heart-shaped strawberries and frosting frogs holding signs that said happy birthday. It made my little heart happy. I took it home and decided to eat the next day as I was having digestive issues at the moment and I wanted to enjoy it on date night with my boyfriend. It was the perfect little add-on for a cheat day too. My boyfriend came home, saw the cake in the fridge, and asked if he could have a slice. I said no and that I wanted to eat it the next day and that he could have some the next day too. He made little comments here and there, sulked, and after I continuously said no, went into his room to play video games for the rest of the night. When I went downstairs this morning, the cake was gone and there were dirty dishes in the sink with the little signs of happy birthday, crumpled and soggy on top. The whole cake was eaten. Obviously, I knew that my boyfriend was the culprit. I confronted my boyfriend and it didn't go well, for a lack of a better word. It basically boiled down to, if you would have just let me have a slice, I wouldn't have eaten the whole thing without you. He said that this was his way of getting back at me for being so selfish and stingy. I tried rebutting and arguing that it was my birthday cake and I wanted to eat my own birthday cake. He still didn't understand why the cake was so important because my birthday was celebrated a week ago. He even joked that he was helping me out since I was on a diet anyway. I was getting upset and of course, being the crybaby I am, I shed a few tears. He didn't really like that, so he started chastising me a bit more. calling me immature. So instead of staying home for our date night, I decided to stay at my friend's place. I told him that I was upset at him at the moment and that he was making me more upset with this conversation, so I was leaving for the night so we both could cool down. He's now saying that I'm a bitch for leaving and overreacting over cake. My friend said that I'm not overreacting at all and that I was in the right for being upset because it was my birthday cake. I'm really conflicted. I'm definitely upset about the situation, but after all, it was just cake. Maybe I shouldn't have started a fight and just have let it go. Maybe I should have stayed and talked it out for conflict resolution's sake. AITA for leaving and overacting over cake. Update. NTA, your boyfriend is an ass. Why would you eat all of someone else's birthday cake? Why would you eat any of it before they have even taken a bite? Your friend is right. Absolutely right. He didn't just eat it. He blamed her for making him eat it, said if she would just have shared, he wouldn't have eaten the whole thing, called her a bitch, and made stupid jokes. Plus, he crumpled up the happy birthday signs her friend made for her and left the dirty dishes in the sink for her to find. The things I would like to say about your boyfriend would likely get me banned, so I will simply say that it was your cake. It was a present, a lovely little surprise arranged for you, and he destroyed it, because he is a spoiled, selfish person who can't bear to told no. Don't let him ruin your life. You have so much to offer. Don't let someone like this suck all of the joy out of your existence. Hey, I don't know who has called you names, whether it was family growing up or your current boyfriend, but this, being the crybaby I am, is not a nice way to talk about yourself. Just because you cry, does not make you a crybaby or weak or unreasonable. Crying can be a way to release stress, it can be an involuntary reaction, it can be a whole lot of things, but it is not a negative attribute, especially when someone was super mean to you. NTA and dump this who ate your birthday cake because you said you didn't want to give him a slice before you had even had a bite. I'm pretty sure that's how her BF talks about her, and he's managed to make her internalize it. I got a feeling he regularly acts like an ass and then deflects by calling her out for crying about it. I wish people were more aware of the fact that you have a right to be upset if someone hurts you. You're not upset about a cake. You're upset that you're dating a douche. NTA and dump him immediately. Edited to add, I just saw the ages. I assumed y'all were teenagers. This man is nearly 30. He is old enough to know better and act better. Dump him. Run in the opposite direction and never look back. He sucks. And he is apparently not going to grow out of sucking.